Hello, and welcome back to the King James Bible Sunday School channel on YouTube and Rumble, and to our day by day devotional from the Call to Glory publication this year. And today is June the 3rd, 2026. June 3rd, 2026. And the devotion is going to come from Joshua chapter 3, verse number 5 today. Joshua chapter 3 and verse 5. And before we go into that, of course, we want to go to our daily Bible reading schedules. And today's reading for the yearly schedule from the Call to Glory publication is going to be 2nd Chronicles chapters 10, 11, and 12, and John chapter 13, verse 18 through 38. That's 2nd Chronicles chapters 10, 11, and 12, and John chapter 13, verses 18 through 38. And then tomorrow will be 2nd Chronicles chapters 13, 14, 15, and 16, and John chapter 14. That's 2nd Chronicles chapters 13, 14, 15, and 16, and John chapter 14. And then we have our ribbon marker system, 5 ribbons, 5 different places, and read a little bit from each place. The yearly schedule for that, if you'll finish up, you get 7/9 through, close to finishing up, chapter 28 of Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 28, 7/9 of it. Psalm 68, you want to finish that in about a 7th through Psalm 69. Jeremiah chapter 38, get halfway through that. Luke chapter 7, about a 5th of the way through Luke 7. I think there's 50 verses, so it's approximately 10 verses. And then Ephesians chapter 4, you want to get about halfway through Ephesians chapter 4. And then on tomorrow, you want to finish up Deuteronomy 28 and 29 and half of Psalm 69. Finish up Jeremiah 38 and about half of Luke 7. And then for Ephesians 4, about 9/10 of the way through, something like that. Quite amazing. But anyway, we also have our 6-month schedule through the ribbons, and today's reading is going to be 1st Chronicles chapters 21, 22, and 23, and Proverbs chapter 23, verse 17 through 35, chapter 24, verse 1 through 9, Hosea chapters 13, 14, and Joel chapter 1, Acts chapter 9, verse 10 through 35, and Revelation chapter 1 through verse 1. Revelation chapter 1, verse 1 through 15. Then on tomorrow, 1st Chronicles chapters. Actually, let me give you this first one again, right? 1st Chronicles chapters 21, 22, and 23. Proverbs 23, verse 17 through 35, and 24, verse 1 through 9. Hosea chapters 13 and 14. Joel chapter 1. And Acts chapter 9, verse 10 through 35, and Revelation chapter 1, verse 1 through 15. Then, tomorrow, 1st Chronicles chapters 24, 25, and 26. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 10 through 34. Proverbs 24, verse 10 through 34. That's Joel. Joel chapter 2, verse 1 through 27. Acts chapter 9, verse 36 through 43, I think it is. And then Acts chapter 10, verse 1 through 18. Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 16 through 22. And Romans chapter 1, right? Or Revelation chapter 1. Revelation chapter 1, verse 16 through 20. And then chapter 2, verse 1 through 11. Forgive me, and just I'm kind of losing my place there. But anyway, the New Testament reading through the epistles, one chapter at a time, basically. Uh, Exceptions exist. But today's reading is going to be First John chapter 2, First John chapter 2, and then tomorrow will be First John chapter 3. First John chapter 3. There's only 5 chapters in that, and then we're going on actually to Jude. Many of the other days we would have gone just a different direction. Alright, but anyway. Joshua chapter 3 and verse 5. And Joshua said unto the people, Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. Joshua chapter 3 and verse 5. And Joshua said unto the people, Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders unto you. This is called Preparing for God's Wonders. Pastor Nick Keller, Pine Valley Baptist Church, Hiram, Georgia. Preparing for God's Wonders. Life often presents us with obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. Like the Israelites standing at the brink, or rather the edge, of the flooded Jordan River, we may find ourselves facing situations that appear hopeless. But God specializes in the impossible. Joshua understood this when he instructed the people to prepare themselves for what God was about to do. Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wondrous things. The Lord will do wonders among you, rather. Let me go back to this. Sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you, he told them. This wasn't just good advice, it was a spiritual principle. Before God moves in power, he often calls us to prepare ourselves. To sanctify means to set apart, to make holy for God's purpose, or purposes rather. It involves removing distractions, confessing sin, and focusing our attention on God. It's about creating space in our lives where God can work. Not only does he not desire to be prominent in your life, he also wants to be preeminent. Colossians chapter 1 verse 18. Stumbling over some words. What's beautiful about this story is that God didn't ask the Israelites to figure out how to cross the river. He simply asked them to prepare themselves for his miracle. That said, the same is true for us. God doesn't expect us to solve our impossible problems. He asks us to prepare our hearts so that we can receive his solution. Today, consider what areas of your life need God's intervention. Rather than focus on the one imperative of, rather than focusing on the impossibility of your situation, focus on preparing your heart to receive God's wonders. Set yourself apart. Make room for God to move in ways that only he can. What might God be asking you to set aside or remove from your life so that you can be more receptive to the wonders He wants to perform? All right, and I'll leave that to your meditation and thoughts. I do apologize for stumbling over things, but I think we get it all in there good. Let's see. And then tomorrow's devotion is coming from Micah chapter 7, verse 1 through 7. Micah 7, verses 1 through 7. And myself, I want to leave you, again, encouraging you to be in the Word of God, to follow the Lord. Follow the Lord from what you see in the Word of God. And let the Lord work on you. Walking with the Lord is activity. And yeah, I'm going to let it stand there. We'll see you again tomorrow for another day by day devotional. Bye.